Okay, so with this we start with theory of distribution. So in this we will see how total income is distributed among factors of production, which are land, labor, capital, etc. So first we will have Ricardian equivalence. Ricardian theory of distribution. In this we will have this as our diagram. This is average productivity of labor, this is marginal productivity of labor. These are the wages, these are the labor employed. B, A, and C. So till this point we have profit, this is rent, and this is wage. So let me just label them. Here we have labor on x-axis and so area under marginal productivity of labor is total productivity of labor. ED, which is okay, so this is E. ED is rent earned on labor per unit of labor employed. So this particular rectangle ED is rent on labor per unit employed. APL minus MPL is equals to rent. APL is contribution by land and labor. Marginal productivity of labor is contribution of labor. Hence, the contribution of land can be equated to rent. At M level of employment, total rent is BEDC, total product OMDC. So let me just slide it back. Yeah. So at M level of output, at this level of output, total rent is BEDC, BEDC, and total product is OMDC, OMDC. During those times, capitalists used to supply tools to labor, and Ricardo assumed that some part of MPL belongs to capitalists. So Ricardo assumed some part of marginal productivity of labor belongs to capitalists. The theory assumed that the capitalist will pay a minimum subsistence to keep labor in business. Capitalist will pay some subsistence to keep labor in business. Yeah, so capitalists will keep on employing till they are able to get the part of MPL in their profits. This profit will be reinvested in the firm, growing its size. The capitalist will grow the firm till W is equals to MPL, till W is equals to MPL, till here. So capitalist will reinvest the profits and will keep on growing the firm till W is equals to MPL. At point N, W is equals to MPL. At this point, W is equals to NPL, and TPL minus rent is equals to wage plus profit, and total product of labor minus rent minus this is equals to wages and profit. Yeah. So firms will expand till point N, where total product of labor minus rent, this is equals to the rest of area, this. So genesis of Marxian theory is Ricardo's theory of distribution. Marx would assume that MPL will keep on shifting since the machinery will keep on increasing productivity of labor, and due to this, machinery will replace labor eventually. So Ricardian theory of distribution is genesis of Marxian theory. In increase in his reason was increase in MPL. His assumption was there will be increase in MPL due to increase in productivity through machinery. Hence, labor will be replaced. Resulting profit upon wage represents percentage of profit on the investment made. Profit upon wage is percentage of profit on investment. So this was Ricardian theory of distribution. Now we also have Ricardian theory of rent, and we also have Ricardian equivalence. So let's first dive into Ricardian theory of rent. So this is scarcity of rent, also scarcity of theory of rent. In this, rent is earnings of factors of production over and above its opportunity cost. A factor of production like land had zero opportunity cost for Ricardo, who believed that land can be used only for purpose of growing corn. Ricardo also assumed that land is available in fixed amount at all points of time, therefore supply curve of labor will be perfectly inelastic. So there were few assumptions by Ricardo, which are: first, land can be only used for growing corn. Second, land is available in fixed amount at all points of time. Hence, supply curve of land is perfectly inelastic. Yeah, so let's draw land on x-axis, returns on land on, and let's say this is L1, then we have this as demand for labor. Through this we have several demands. Yeah, so now we can label DDL1, DDL2, DDL3, and this is DDL4. So I did one mistake here, which is I am going through my notes by my notes actually, so that I don't have any problem as such later on. This is DDL2, DDL3. So at this point we have our equilibrium, and there is this point as well. So E1, P1, 0. So he said that since according to his assumption the supply of land is limited and it can only be used for corn production, and the supply curve is perfectly inelastic, so it will be vertical. Now I have a lot of figures for this. Let me just click on the new browser. Okay, so I have several let's say this is quantity of corn, ARMRMC, AC. So this is AR1 equals to MR1. This is MC. This is AC. and here it is Q1. Okay, I remember my classes where I was doing this and I did a mistake. In my notes, I drew them vertically, though they should have been horizontally. Now I'm recalling that too. So, through horizontal depiction, we will be able to understand what's the scenario, how the prices and everything would look like. So, another one, let's say P2. This is P3. Yeah, so here we have superior quality of land, and let me draw all three simultaneously so that I can then just go through the notes. Okay. Now P2 will start here. This will be AR equals to MR2, AR2. Same thing, AC2, MC2. And this is P3. So this point is G, P3, P2, and this is Q2. Now let's take P3. MC3, AC3, and this will be point E3, Q3, 0, 0, 0, quantity of pawn. So in modern economics, rent determines price. Let me just zoom out and show. So this was superior quality. I hope the voice does not break, otherwise it will be a mess. I think it will break, so let me just restart.